Waiting for the 5 red lights now. And it's 5 red lights out, and away we go at Baku, and it's a good start from Jansen Randall, also good start by Andrea Lacella. In the background we can see Esteban and Manos losing it under power and getting damage on cold tires, and it's side by side between the two leaders, Latrella and Jansen Randall, on board with Jansen Randall here, and Latrella goes into the lead as the virtual safety car comes out here on lap 1. So let's have an onboard look at Reese March's start, starting from P9. Up front we can see Esteban and Manos, the reserve driver in the racing point, losing it under power on the cold tires. A lot of banging up there in the midfield. As we go into turn 2 now, someone misjudges their braking point, and that's into the wall for Reese March, and that's what caused the virtual safety car. Later on in the lap, we can see a pile-up in the castle section with Jurman Rusic, Dennis Kuknech, the return driver after 3 years of absence. As we move on to lap 2, now side by side for P3, and Liam Hill gets pushed into the wall by Dennis Coranchi's hard impact for the Williams driver, and that unfortunately means retirement for Liam Hill. Dennis Coranchi's got a 20-second time penalty after the race for this incident, and this puts Cam Weston-Edwards back into P3 ahead of Sandro Doulis. Sandro Doulis tried to move around the outside of Cam Weston-Edwards on lap 4. They made some contact, some wheel bang there in turn 1, but Sandro Doulis couldn't get by the Brit. At the end of lap 4, battle for the lead. Jansen Randall, our championship leader, against P2 in the championship, Andrea Altrella, on the front straight, DRS activated, overtake button, and this should be an easy move for Jansen Randall, who moves through the inside going into turn 1, good straight line speed for the Mercedes driver, and Jansen Randall goes back into the lead after losing the lead on the first lap to Andrea Latrella. Andrea Latrella is still there. He can fight back maybe on the DRS straight here, but the gap seems to be too big. He got the DRS advantage now though. He's right in the slipstream. He's trying to move to the inside of Jansen Randall, but it's not enough, and Jansen Randall takes the lead of the race. Now on lap 7, Reese March fighting for P11 against Esteban Hermanos, who misjudges his braking point into the castle section, and 2 cars don't fit through there. And that's the retirement for Reese March, unfortunately, as we see the leaders in the pits right now, and a safety car comes out for the incident of Reese March. So the leaders pitted while the safety car came out. And we see a great strategy move here by René van der Stap, who pits on the second lap of safety car to come in for another fresh set of medium tires and to finish this race on one stop on the mediums instead of the hard tires which Sandro Doulis and Cam Weston-Edwards are on. So we see the restart here now on board with Sandro Doulis. Cam Weston-Edwards right behind Sandro, who didn't get a great jump there on the restart. Weston-Edwards on the inside now of Sandro Doulis. A little bit of contact made, as they did earlier as well, but Sandro Doulis stays in front for now. But the McLarens make a great strategy call here, with Cam Weston-Edwards knowing that René van der Stap is on the quicker tires and a better strategy, and so he lets his teammate pass to go in front and attack Sandro Doulis for that third place, that podium spot. And later on the lap we can see now side by side between Sandro Doulis and René van der Stap into the hairpin, and René van der Stap makes the move stick. Incredible move there by the Dutchman. Very aggressive, but he needed to get past Sandro really quickly there to build a gap on those fresh medium tires. With another lock on board with him. Just send it down the inside there into the hairpin. Sandro Doulis, there's nothing he could do. He's on the outside, he's on the harder compound, and René van der Stap up into the podium positions. During the exact same time, a few positions back, the other Ferrari of Dion Starr got passed by Dennis Coranchis, who's making his way back into the top 6 now after his collision with Liam Hill earlier, but remember he still got that 20-second time penalty to his name. Lap 13, we can see Dion Starr making a mistake. He outbraked himself going into turn 1. That's an easy position gain there for Nick van Gelder, who moves up into P7. So 2 positions lost for Dion Starr in the span of 2 laps. The battle for P4 rages on, with Dennis Coranchis having passed Cam Weston-Edwards, and Dennis Coranchis now coming for Sandro Doulis on the end of the main straight. Down the inside he goes, some contact there between Doulis and Coranchis, but Garanchis goes up into P4, but remember, he still got the 20-second time penalty, so it will be difficult for him to hang on to a good position at the end of this race. On lap 20, a crucial mistake here by Andrea Latrella, who clips the inside wall, picks up front wing damage. Jensen Randall right behind him. Andrea Latrella tries to fend him off, but he got that wing damage. They made contact here going through the high-speed section, and Andrea Latrella with the front wing damage misses braking point, hits the wall again, and causes more damage to that front wing. He unfortunately had to pit, and Jensen Randall is in the lead of the race. The battle for P4 between Sandro Doulis and Cam Weston-Edwards had us on the edge of our seats for many, many laps. Weston-Edwards here trying the switchback move on the exit of turn 1. Down the inside he goes into turn 2. A little bit more contact there between the two of them. But crucially, Weston-Edwards picked up the DRS advantage and makes his way past Doulis, who now gets attacked by Nick van Gelder on the outside going into turn 3. But Doulis keeps P5 at least. 2 laps to go. Van Gelder sends one down the inside of Doulis, almost spins his Red Bull around, but he ultimately keeps it straight, thankfully. And later on in the lap, unfortunate situation there for Cam Weston-Edwards, who picks up a right rear puncture. He was pushing too hard, and the McLaren driver drops down the order. Very unfortunate for Cam Weston-Edwards, who drove an amazing race to that point. Now we have the battle for P5 with Andrea Latrella, who had to pit for a new front wing. Coming back through the field here on fresh soft tires, nothing that Nico van Gelder can do there, and the Italian moves up into P5 with 2 laps to go in this race. And only a few corners later, Sandro Doulis had no chance to fend the Italian off, was on fresh soft tires, and Andrea Latrella going past the Greek. But in the end, it didn't matter. It was Jensen Randall taking his 8th win of the season at Baku, extending his championship lead over Andrea Latrella.